Welcome to part 2 of how to preserve your peace. This is the second part of this video, so if you haven't looked at part 1, please go back and look at it. And also, if you haven't looked at Bring Peace into Your Life part 1 and 2, I would suggest going over those videos first before you start here, because there is a kind of order to them. So there's the 2 videos on bringing peace into your life, and then there are 2 videos on preserving peace once you've brought it into your life. So one of the main habits that is really good to preserve peace in your life is to maintain the inner habits that ground you. So if you have worked through the Bring Peace into Your Life videos and you've looked at what works for you and what helps you to bring peace into your life, you then need to make sure that you are turning those practices into habits and that you look at what grounds you. So usually I would take a little bit of time in the day to be quiet. That can be meditation, prayer, mindful breathing, just to give yourself a little bit of headspace and some peace. And it's really important when everything's busy and everything's crazy and you're running about and you're working, you're doing the school run, you're cooking, you're doing baths or showers, and then you're getting all the stuff ready for the next day. There can be so much going on, but taking a little bit of time, even 5-10 minutes for some daily quiet time, can really recharge. It can really help give you some time to recharge, and it's really important. What I do quite often is I actually use journaling. So I've said this before in one of my self-help videos and self-care videos. Journaling can be really important and it can release emotional clutter. So just writing down how you're feeling about the day, how you're feeling about situations, even how you're feeling about the past can be really helpful, and it can get it out of your head. Rather than all these thoughts swirling in your head, it can be really helpful to actually put it down on paper. Now, I don't actually go back to my journals. I know that I have worked with clients who go back and read their journals and see how far they've come. For me, I find that once I've written it down and I've got it out of my head and I've got it on paper, that is really cathartic for me. And I never feel like I really need to go back. But it's completely your choice. And if you start journaling and you start writing things down and you feel like you need to go back to something or you need to look at how far you've come, if that's what works for you, go for it. As I say, for me, there's something about just getting it out of my head and it being cathartic and releasing it is what works for me. And I have never really gone back to my journals, but it's whatever works for you, and it's about doing something that's easy and can become a habit. So something that's not too complicated can actually be really helpful, because the more you do these things, the easier it becomes. And if you want to do these things and it really gives you peace and helps you, it's about finding the way that it works for you. So I can give my ideas to you and I can give you ideas of things that may help, but it's about you finding your own way and finding the stuff that really helps you. In line with that, regular rest, good nutrition and movement is really important. I try my best to get to bed at a decent time so that I can rest and relax and recharge myself for the next day. I do try and eat healthily. I'm not saying I'm an expert at it. I have lost quite a bit of weight. In one of my other videos you'll see, you'll hear about that. And I kind of monitor what I eat, but that works for me. But I do have treats, and it's something that ebbs and flows. So sometimes I'll be extremely healthy and not snack, and other times I'll need a snack. But it's about what works for you, but it's about trying to be on top form with your nutrition. So lots of protein, lots of fibre, lots of hydration, making sure that you're fueling your body and taking care of your body. And movement's really important as well. I love walking, so I like to get out for a walk, especially in the fresh air, which brings the aspect of nature in from the other video. And really getting out into nature and walking and exercising and moving myself, and that really helps me. I do actually go to the gym kind of one day a week if I can with all the busyness, but I've started to actually really enjoy that. So whatever works for you, but it's about finding the movement that you find helpful. It's about finding movement that you find is something you can be consistent with. It's not about running on the treadmill if you hate the treadmill. It's about finding what works for you, and going for a walk in the park is just as good for your mental health and for your mobility. So it's about finding the right movement for you. The next thing that I'd like to talk about is really being true to yourself. So it's about living your own values and being true to who you are, and not focusing on other people's expectations. It's about being a good person. It's about looking at your values, how you feel about others, giving back. And yes, people can have expectations of you, but what's most important is how you feel about yourself and your expectations you put on yourself. And it takes time to look at that, but it's about looking at who you are and accepting who you are and valuing who you are, and really ultimately working towards loving who you are. And when you look at your own values and try and quieten down the expectations of others about who you are, inner peace naturally grows. It's about being comfortable with yourself. It's about being happy with yourself. And it's about being happy as the person you are. Authenticity is peaceful. Pretending is exhausting. I need you to hear that. So authenticity is peaceful and pretending is exhausting. Trying to be someone you're not is draining. Trying to be someone you're not is debilitating. And there's no reason to be anyone other than you. You're a unique human being. You're a unique person in your own right. And it's about honouring that and actually working towards accepting who you are and being happy and comfortable with who you are. And the last thing I want to look at with you is accept what you can't control. Much peace is lost trying to fix the unfixable. Acceptance doesn't mean defeat. It means trusting that you'll handle whatever comes with grace. So I'm going to say that again. Much peace is lost trying to fix the unfixable. So it's about looking at what you can and can't control and accepting what you can and can't control. If you can fix something, fix it. If you can't, look at dealing with it and moving forward. You need to trust in yourself and trust in your ability to actually survive and thrive in life. If you can bring peace into your life, if you can then work on preserving that peace, it's about accepting yourself and who you are, and whatever comes in life, you'll be able to deal with it. And the more peace you have in your life, the more peace you preserve, the easier it will be to deal with things that come in life, hurdles that are thrown at you, situations that are thrown at you that are difficult. And the more you work on yourself and handling that, the easier it is to navigate life. Life is difficult. Life is not easy. Situations in life are hard. Things crop up. You might be having a great time. You might be having a really good run of life. And then something will crop up. A spanner will be put in the works. And it's about how you handle it. So if you can bring inner peace and keep your inner peace and keep that strong, if something's thrown at you, you'll be able to take a breath, you'll be able to take a step back, you'll be able to think about what needs to be done, what you can sort out, what you can't sort out, what you need help with, and you can then get that help and ask for that help because you have brought that peace into your life and you're working from a calm level. It's about taking a deep breath and working on where you are and handling whatever comes with grace. So handling it as best you can in the situation without losing control. and keeping that peace there while you do it. Now, that's not to say this is easy. This is not easy. It's about working on yourself, and working on yourself is hard work. But if you can work on bringing peace into your life and then preserving that peace, your life will flow a lot easier. Things will be a lot easier, and it will be a lot easier to manage. So I hope that this video has been helpful. I hope that the first part was helpful as well. And if you want to make some comments, tell people what's worked for you, what's helped you, then that would be really great, and that would build the community around my channel, Bring Peace into Your Life. So thank you so much.